Hello, everybody. Welcome in. If you're just joining us, we're here about to do this interview. Welcome to Ambition Amplified. I'm your host, Christian Garfias. Today, we have a very special guest joining us. Please give a warm welcome to the brilliant and insightful director, Ab, a visionary filmmaker, entrepreneur, and the creative force behind Moonlight Media LLC.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. There we go. Such a pleasure to have you here, man. Let's start by diving into your background and your journey, and especially into the world of filmmaking. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your background and how you first discovered your passion for for visual storytelling?
Oh my God. This is kind of a long story, but I'm gonna try to sum it up here. So,
Yeah, man.
um, when I was older, actually, you know what? I'm gonna start from the beginning. I'm gonna tell you a story that only a few people know. My dad
Yeah.
still tells me this story to this day. So,
Okay.
I was a kid. I was real young, and we were at my uncle's house, and my dad came down. What's up, Pete? So my dad came downstairs and was like, Sonny, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? I had a hammer
Yeah.
in my hand standing in front of the TV.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm going to be in the TV. I'm going to break the TV and I'm going to go inside. I'm going to be in the TV. And
Yeah.
he took the hammer out of my hand, obviously because I was about to destroy it.
Yeah.
But now that I'm older, as I got older, I started realizing exactly like back then, even I knew back then I wanted to get into film slash
Yeah.
TV, but entertainment has always been my goal. Like film, TV, music, and sports have always been like I'm
Yeah.
always like trying to get into that realm. That was always my goal. So as I started getting older, I was doing YouTube videos, and
Yeah.
I started out doing like what was called like the top 10, JLA top 10, JLA top 5, and it was
Yeah.
just top 10s and top 5s on pop culture. And Vlad TV and World Star started posting my videos. They started going super duper viral.
Yeah.
And I had like a $20 flip cam from Craigslist that I was using, and I was doing all the editing myself.
Mm-hmm.
And it just started avalanching and avalanching and avalanche. And I was doing music at the time, but the
Yeah.
views started piling up. The views started piling up. People was tapped in. People was tapped in. And then somebody had reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to do a reality show on this
Okay.
celebrity that owns a bunch of businesses. So I
Yeah.
was like, okay, like I'm not gonna. I don't ever turn down opportunities. I've always felt
Yeah.
like I'm not turning down an opportunity. So I said, okay. I didn't know anything about production at the time. I didn't know
For
anything,
sure.
anything, but I knew I was going to take the opportunity. So we had the meeting, and it ended up being with Fetty Wap and his like extended family, like his uncle, his cousin,
Okay.
his grandmother, all of that. And they owned 3 businesses in Patterson.
Mm-hmm.
And I just took a camera. I was given a camera. Well, I was loaned a camera, I should say. And I
Okay.
pretty much just started watching YouTube for days and days and days, learning everything about production from ISO, shutter speed, how to light, specific
Yeah.
angles, terminology. And the first, I want to say, I was working with him and the family for like maybe 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
every weekend from like 8 a.m. till 2 a.m. And I just literally just used that time to just like get better at what I was doing, get better at what I was doing. And it just turned into, yeah, more and more people just started reaching out to me. That's when he was on Love and Hip Hop. So I was meeting a lot of people from Love and Hip Hop,
Okay.
and like a lot of people in music, and they would just like tap in, like, "Yo, do you want to film this for me? Do you want to film that for me?" So I just said, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I just kept doing more and more work, and here I am.
For sure, man. That's awesome. What was it about those early days that really fueled your drive to really keep on creating, even though when the road wasn't easy? I know we talked about those days when you were staying up late at night, really learning and stuff like that. What was it about that drive to really keep you focused?
um, I don't think I really. The thing with me is I don't really need external motivation. I motivate
Okay.
myself. You know what I'm saying? Because
Gotcha.
ever since I was young, I've always told myself I want to live a specific lifestyle. Like, now here's the thing, and some people may feel some sort of way about this, but
Yeah.
I don't feel like I don't feel like God put me on this planet to work. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. Mm.
And some people may say, oh, yeah, financial freedom, financial freedom. My goal has always been to be able to wake up, go wherever I want, do whatever I want, hang out with whoever I want, and not have to worry about bills.
For sure. It's always about freedom, I feel like.
That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? I love to travel. I just want to say, hey, I want to do this. I want to do that. And I could be a parent full time, whatever the case may be. So my thing is, if I want to live this life, I got to put in the work.
Of course, of course. You always got to put in the work. Yep.
I got to put in the work. Ain't nobody going to do it for me. So that's really all that's really all the motivation I need. Nobody's going to do it for me. I got to do it myself. So God bless me with these talents, with this unwavering work ethic and ambition. So I just get to it. That's it.
Yeah, man. We talked about those work ethic. Where do you think that came from? What was your early influence when it came to that inspiration for really gravitating towards that work ethic? Was it
My
your parents?
parents.
Was it your parents? Okay. Can you
Yeah,
elaborate a
I'm
bit on that?
Jamaican. I'm Jamaican. So
Jamaican?
anybody
Okay.
that knows like how Caribbeans get down, like I've had like 4 jobs at one time. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, for
And
sure.
my dad is always well, both of my parents, but my dad definitely like showed me a lot. In terms of like I've been with my dad where he's taken me to work, and I would be like in another department while he would be at work having like business meetings or whatever, and I'm just
Yeah,
finding things to do. And
for
my
sure.
mom has definitely showed me like you have to make sure you don't burn bridges unless you have to. Like, be nice to everybody. You never know when you're going to meet people.
Of
Create a
course.
culture around you. Like, my mom's always had like a tribe of people to help her, help me, help my siblings, things like that. So, I mean, it's always everything that they've done in their life and have shown me growing up. It's like, okay, we work for this. Ain't nobody giving us a handout. So, you want this new PS5? You gotta work for it.
For sure, man. For sure. That's really dope. Um, So one thing that really interested me about your career was the fact that you produce stuff from pilots to web series to really full-on length features and stuff like that. When do you felt was the turning point when you really established yourself as a professional filmmaker? Was it really creating Moonlight Media, or was it really just stepping yourself into a life of really reality TV?
I feel like when Nah, it wasn't. So I created my business, Moonlight Media LLC,
Yeah,
just off the strength of I had the foresight. That's when I kind of
got
like
you,
took the leap from YouTube to okay, I'm doing this show with Fetty Wap. The show never came out, by the way, but whatever. That's besides the point.
got you.
I got the opportunity. I was like, yo, it's time to create this. It's time for me to find this business and create this LLC because I had the foresight. Like this, my journey officially begins now. But
Got you.
to answer your question, I put out a film by the name of Feed,
Hmm.
and we did that during the COVID, and it went on to win 9 awards or 11 awards or whatever in the film festival circuit, and that was the second film I've ever done. So
Got you, man. That's awesome.
thank you. So I put that out, and that's when I was like, I'm onto something here. You know what I'm saying? I'm onto something. So that's when I was like, I bet. Because even when I did music, I had a lot of opportunities, but it just got to a point where I felt like I could not really ascend to the next level if I didn't have like bigger budgets.
I feel you. Yeah.
I couldn't reach certain people if I didn't have money. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cards Caters. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was an amazing film. But yeah, like I couldn't reach certain people if I didn't have money.
Hmm.
Studios, you got to pay for the studio. You got to pay to get it mastered. You got to pay for your beats. Like it was like, damn, I'm paying for everything. And
Yeah.
it got to the point when I was trying to network with people, people weren't really trying to connect with me because it was everybody in the room was a musician.
Yeah. I feel you. It's very, very
Now
tough,
it's
especially when you don't have the collective or something like that.
correct, exactly. Now, a lot of those things that I did when I was doing music, like in terms of like the networking and following up with people, how to carry myself, social media presence, a lot of the things that I did as an artist,
Yeah.
I literally do it now as a filmmaker, and I get better results because I
Hmm.
have less competition.
Hmm.
You know what
I
I'm
noticed
saying?
that. Yeah, I noticed that very, very clearly that you're very intentional with like networking and relationship building. How would you approach really connecting with people that really feels genuine and that it's not about business, especially when it's really just wanting to get to know them really well?
You said how would I approach it?
Yeah, like how would you approach it when people where it feels genuine and it's not just about business, where it's more about relationship building.
Honestly, when I network with people, I talk to people about everyday things. Like
The
I
thing,
was in
okay,
Atlanta this past weekend, and we were in the room, and it was me and a bunch of other filmmakers, and I'm
yeah,
just tapping in with people like, okay, so what type of films do you do? Oh, you do romantic comedies? What's your favorite romantic comedy? And then we just talk. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
How do
for
you
sure,
feel
for
about
sure.
this film? How do you feel about that film? And we just talk. Some people are more receptive than others, and that's
Hmm.
fine because everybody's different. Some people kind of don't want to be
Yeah.
bothered. They don't want to deal with that stuff. That's fine. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
I always tell people like when you network, don't aim to just network up. Everybody's looking for like the fast track. Yo, if I just met Spike Lee, I know I'm gonna hit. And it's just like
Yeah,
if Spike
like,
Lee were to meet me today, what is it? What am I giving to him that he doesn't already have?
right. There's always had to be some originality when it comes to really networking. I feel like,
Yeah, no, definitely. So I always tell people like, look, just talk to people. You just got to make friends. That's really
yeah.
just what networking is. You're making friends in a business arena.
Yeah, especially I feel like with the business climate and just like the whole competitiveness with like work and stuff, I feel like it just really pushed people away, you know, really made stuff more really about business when it really should just be about people, I feel like, especially on your end. So that's really awesome.
Yeah.
Another way that you kind of really talked about stuff is about time management, relentlessness, and communication as skills to your success. Can you share a moment where one of these skills really made the difference between success and failure, especially on a project?
Oh, before I do that, shout out to Ambitious Mo. Yeah, you got to network across. You got to network across because you don't know where that person you're networking is going to be next year. Um, okay, so you said your question was, I'm sorry, can you repeat that again? My bad.
Yeah, man, it's okay. Can you share a moment where like you kind of credited time management, relentlessness, or communication as the real difference between success and failure?
Yeah, okay. So I'm bringing this early in my filmmaking journey. So, um, I had a business colleague at the time
Hmm.
and she was doing work with Power 105. That's a big radio station over here because I know you're not on the East Coast. So that's a
Mm.
business. That's a real big radio station in the tri-state area, and they were doing like artist showcases, but they also did celebrity interviews.
Okay.
And when I saw them, I was like, "There's some things that I can do to improve on these interviews, right?"
Yeah, for sure. I
And
kind of just keep that on your page as well.
exactly. Yeah, word.
Mhm.
Shout out. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. So I told him I was like, yo, I want to do these interviews. Like me and my team want to do these interviews. So the guy was like, the gentleman from Power 105 was like, listen, y'all want to do these interviews? This is what y'all gonna need to do for me. We got 3 showcases coming up in the next month, right? We want you to film all of them, and you got to get us. We want y'all to film all of them, and we want you to give us a 1 minute uh, clip for Instagram, a 30-minute clip for IGTV, back when IGTV was a thing,
Yeah,
and
throwback, man. Yeah.
and they wanted an hour long video for their YouTube. Now,
Mm,
here's the
okay.
thing. They wanted everything within 24 hours after filming the showcase.
Including editing, right?
Correct. Exactly. So we had to get to Queens. So we were calling out of work, getting to Queens at like 4 p.m. to set up. The event
Mm,
would start at like 6:30 and it would end at like 3 in the morning. So we wouldn't get home till 5. And we would
ooh,
have to
okay.
get them the video, all of the videos within 24 hours before 4 p.m.
Mm,
the next day. And let me tell you something. I was leading that team, but time management was key because I was like, all right, well, I'm going to call out of work the next day because I know I can't do it. And then I
yeah,
got to make sure my team is hitting these folks with these videos. So I was like, boom, let me make sure I get this done. Let me make sure I get that done. Let me make sure I get that done. Taking a little 20-minute power nap here and there and get
yeah,
back to work. Long story short, we were able to do it. After those 3 showcases, we were wiped out. But I'm going to tell you something. That really told me a lot about myself, And I kind of feel like it took my confidence to the next level because I was like, oh, there's really nothing that's going to be harder than this in terms of
For,
like work output.
for sure, for sure. And I really feel like that really pushed you into a leadership kind of role. Is that really something that you're really comfortable with, especially on a team?
Oh yeah, so yeah, I have. I used to be I used to manage 3 movie theaters, and I used to be a manager at
Okay.
FedEx. So when I was at FedEx, I had over 275 employees from all walks of life, all ages, all ethnicities, all races,
I feel you, man.
whatever.
Yeah.
So management is like in my DNA, like leadership is like in my DNA. So I always tell people you have to, as a leader, you have to be okay with creating culture. You have to be okay with having tough conversations because somebody on your team, not everybody wants to be Kobe Bryant, man. Some people just want to show up for the
Yeah.
paycheck.
Yeah. Some people want to be Smush Parker, man, you know?
Yeah.
For sure, bro.
Facts. That was a good
Yeah,
one.
sometimes you gotta be the little point guard on the bench, man.
Word.
Another creative layer of filmmaking is especially on music. I know you were an artist previously. How does a director really select this music and create a soundtrack that really truly fits a project that you're really working on?
That's a really good question. So me as a director on a film, since I don't want to say I have a background in music, but I used to do music, so I guess you could say I have a
Yeah.
background in music.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm very like
Jeremy Lamb
cognizant
Lakers.
about what music fits a scene because you could watch a film. He said, "I'm trying to be Jeremy
Mm-hmm.
Lin on the Lakers."
Yeah, I think that.
uh, so I'm like every time I watch a film and I'm watching
Mhm.
either a trailer or a scene, I'm always checking to see how the music fits with the particular scene, and I kind of like dissect it and overanalyze it. So
Mhm.
as directors, if this is something that you're not okay with, which is fine,
Mhm.
find somebody that is, because let me tell you something. Sometimes I watch short films or whatever films, and I'm sitting here like, why would they use this record for the
Yeah,
scene? Like two
I be
people are
seeing that a
having
lot in
sex and
short
I'm
films
hearing
too.
like a bunch of drill. Like this doesn't make sense.
Yes, I be seeing that a lot in like 2B movies, but that's just me generalizing a little bit. What advice do you have for young videographers out there who are just starting their journey? What should they look for in terms of building their career?
Everything, everything, everything
Everything.
is
Okay.
content. Everything is content. Even now, like everything is content. You going to the beach with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your best friend, your aunt, your nephew, your dog, whatever. Film it. Film it. Film everything. Get better with the camera. Don't be afraid to test, new waters. Okay, maybe this angle might work. Maybe this lens might work. Let me try this lighting. don't don't put yourself in a box. I know videographers that I only do events or I only do documentaries. Everything is content. Everything is content. And if you want to get better and graduate to cinematographer, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Start learning more things. Okay, I need to learn lighting now because this is something that I want to do. I don't want to just film events. I want to film movies. Okay, I got to do this. I got to do that. Everybody has their own goal. If it's just a hobby for you, that's fine. But
Mhm.
do everything. Everything is content. Everything is content.
For sure. Never try to be trapped in this bubble. For sure.
Word.
That's awesome, man. And should it be much about gathering equipment or should it be more about just trying to focus on content?
I feel it's always about the content. So
Content? Okay.
I had a conversation with Real Made by Pete. He's actually in here right now. I had a
Okay, that's
conversation
what's
with
up.
him. Shout out to him. Him and I have a film. We have a few films coming out. He's an editor.
Yeah, shout out to
So
Real Made by Pete.
yeah, word. Shout out to him. So we had a conversation before, and I was telling him, I was like, "Yo, don't get caught up in the gear game because it's
Yeah.
very easy for people. Yo, you got to get this. They using this on this film. They using this. You want your film to look good. You want to be professional. You got to spend money on this." And next thing you know, you're like, "Dang, I just spent like 15 stacks,
Yeah, man. It
and
just
I got
run
no
that
clients."
quick. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, so focus on the content first. Let me tell you something. I have made films. I'm not even going to go into that. I just literally told you earlier in this interview. I was doing
Yeah.
videos on a $20 foot cam from Craigslist, and they was putting it on
Uh-huh.
WorldStar.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
So it's
content,
basic.
man.
It's basically just about putting yourself out there. I feel like more or less.
Yeah,
Awesome,
yeah.
director. So we're gonna play a little game. It's called Rapid Reel. It
Mm,
basically works like lightning questions. We can just basically answer the first thing that pops up in your head. You ready?
let's do it.
Awesome, man. What's your favorite movie of all time?
The Matrix.
Matrix. Okay.
The
Director you love
Matrix
to work with?
Reloaded. The Matrix Reloaded. The second one.
Reloaded. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. The second one. Okay, okay. Awesome. Director you love to work with?
Donald Glover.
Donald Glover. Okay, awesome.
Childish Gambino.
Childish Gambino. Yep, yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shout out to Atlanta. Yep.
Word
Best
facts.
camera. Best camera you've ever used?
I've ever used. I don't really use a lot of other people's cameras, so I gotta say my Canon 90D, but that ain't my best one because
Canon 90.
you know what I mean. I'm just not big on using other people's stuff.
I feel you. Does that have like a wholesome, like kind of like meaning to you? Especially that camera. Was it your first, or was it just like something you just picked up?
I would say that's probably my workhorse. I bought that during the COVID, and I that's when I really started banging out a lot of film projects, like a lot. But you know, I'm about to retire it now. This like it's time for me to start getting like I'm just gonna get a cinema camera now. It's like that one was cool,
Okay.
but we moving on.
We're moving on. For sure, man. All right, we'll keep on going with these rapid questions.
Yes, sir.
What's your go-to snack on set?
Oreos.
Oreos, okay.
Actually, no, no, no. Let me rephrase that.
All right.
Because I when I'm on set, I do like I prefer my sets to be healthy, so there really aren't a lot of Oreos around. So it's gonna be grapes.
Grapes, okay, awesome.
Yeah,
I know those are always around. I always feel like someone's always have like a Chardonnay or something like that.
yeah, red grapes to be exact. Oh, my
Red
man
grape,
said Blade, Edge of Tomorrow, and Dark Knight. Those are some good
Black
picks.
Knight. Okay. Real made by Pete shoots on Canon C50. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's the next joint I'm trying to get to.
Next one. Okay, awesome, man. What's one word you describe your creative style?
Ooh, one word I can, one word to. I'm gonna say vibrant.
Vibrant. Okay.
I like a lot of colors, even on the films. I like a lot of colors. If you see what like the fonts that I use, they're
Yeah,
colorful. The backgrounds are colorful. I like to the background, even the ambient colors that I use when I'm like gaffing is like bright. Yeah, I would say vibrant.
for sure, for sure. That kind of goes into my next question. What's your dream city to film in?
Dream City,
Yeah, or dream location, I would say.
Egypt.
Egypt. Okay.
I've always wanted to go there. I just love everything about it. I've always wanted to go there, and I feel like if I went, I could definitely put together some fire.
For sure, for sure. Especially shooting those pyramids in the background would be sick.
Facts. Word. Word.
For sure, for sure. What's a music artist you'd like to score for one of your films?
The weekend. The
The Weeknd.
weekend.
Okay.
Definitely the weekend.
Try to redeem his acting career. Okay.
Man, you know it's crazy. I like that show. He's in the Idol. I do like that show. And I know a lot
You
of
like
people
that
don't
show?
like it, but I do like that show. His acting does leave much to be desired, though. But you know, Keanu Reeves
It's
isn't a
okay.
great actor. I don't think either. But his movies are good.
Yeah, I know he did do some short films for some of his promo for House of Balloons and stuff like that. So it was really good.
Yeah,
What's your most
facts.
underrated film?
Say that one more time.
What's your most underrated film that you
My
would say?
like one of my films
Yeah,
or a film that I feel is underrated.
that you feel is underrated. I apologize.
No, no, that's all good. That I feel is underrated. Ooh. Ah, my gosh, I watch so many movies. Let's get back to this. Let's get back to this one. Let's get back to this one.
All right, we'll roll back with this one. All right.
Word.
What's your favorite time of day to shoot? Sunrise or sunset?
Woo! I'm gonna say sunrise simply
Ooh,
because I'm not gonna give you a technical answer. I know people's gonna be like, "Oh, sunset, the golden hour just looks better." Like, I'm not gonna give the technical answer. I'm gonna say
yeah.
sunrise because I prefer shooting before other people are awake. So
Okay.
if if we're gonna be like in a public place, like if we're at a park or something like that, I prefer shooting in the morning before people come out because guess what's gonna happen? Once they see the camera, everybody's got to mow their lawn, everybody's got to walk their dog, everybody's running
Yep.
errands, and now they're all like they're making a bunch of noise. They're all up in your shot. So
Hmm.
that's why I would say sunrise.
For sure, for sure. And that kind of leads into my next question. What's your biggest pet peeve on set?
Um, I don't like when people are not prepared.
Prepared. Okay. Would that
Yeah,
be
yeah.
other actors? Would that be like the camera, the cinematographers?
Anybody. If my
Anybody? Okay.
DP were to show up and did not have the lenses that he was told to bring because of the shot list, if he did not clear his SD card, if the cast
Hmm.
shows up and they don't know their lines, if my AD shows up and they don't know the names of people on set, like I just don't like when
Yeah.
people are like unprepared. I just don't, because I'm
For sure, for
prepared, so
sure.
I expect everybody else to be.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And do you want to go back to that question, most underrated film? Your take?
All right, let's we gonna rock out with. I'm gonna rock out with. I think I might need your help on this one real quick. It's a Bruce
Yeah.
Willis film, and I don't want to jump on IMDb right now because obviously my phone and my laptop's not on.
I got you, man.
It was a film he has with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Check it out real quick.
Malibu's Most
Looper?
Wanted, nah, bruh.
Is it Looper?
Looper, yes, that's it.
Looper? Okay.
That's it. Fire film, fire film. Shout out to Bruce Willis too, man. People need to appreciate him because we all know what's going on with his health. Y'all got to tap into his films now.
Yeah, man. Especially now that we have him still here, you know?
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
For sure, man. Great answers. I love how quickly those came to you. I
Yeah,
know filmmaking can
Looper
really be,
Femi.
yeah. I know filmmaking can really be demanding and setbacks are really part of the process. Can you really recall a time where things really don't go as planned and how you really navigated to go past that challenge?
Yeah. So, I'm gonna just use. Actually, no. I'm gonna use this. I was a DP on a project by the name of Pressure,
Yeah.
and there was a scene called Lady. It was like a ladies' night scene where it was
Mhm.
like just women out just like dating. I mean, talking about their dating life or whatever. Anyway,
Yeah.
long story short, the location that we were at, some of the cast members took it upon themselves to engage in some extracurricular activities. They
Hmm.
were smoking. They were smoking,
Yeah.
and we got kicked out.
Mm.
So I had to like that wasn't something that I planned. Like I didn't know this was going on, and it
Yeah.
wasn't my set because I'm just a DP. But I
Yeah.
knew somebody in the area that had a location, and we just went over there. I asked her if we could use it. She agreed, and she allowed us to come to her spot, and we just pretty much like set dressed the whole thing to make it look like a nightclub, and we just kept, you know what I mean? The show must go on.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. That resilience is really, really powerful. How you're able to really improvise and really do that. You come from a long line of entrepreneurs. You kind of mentioned that. I saw in a few articles how your parents really influenced your creative aspect and your business mindset. How did you grow up in that environment, shaping the way? How did growing up in that environment shape the way that you approach your career today?
Oh, you know, it might be crazy to say, but
Yeah.
when I approach filmmaking, I don't necessarily approach it like a job. Um, and this is when I'm doing my own stuff, not when I'm like working with other companies. You know what I'm
So this
saying?
is like passionate projects or like some side projects.
No, not even that. So I work
Okay.
actively in the film industry in the camera department, but then
Uh-huh.
outside of that, I do my own stuff. So
Gotcha.
when I'm doing my own stuff, like I'm directing or producing or even DPing or whatever, I don't
Uh-huh.
approach it like I'm working, if that makes sense. I kind of approach
Yeah.
it like this group of people are going to come together, and I'm in this position where I have a lot of responsibility,
Mhm.
and it's really up to me to make sure that we have fun, but we work. So I kind of look at it like I'm hanging out with my peoples, but we're like creating something at the same time. So I try to make
Right.
this. Everybody knows each other's name. There's no, yo, you over there or she in the kitchen. Everybody
Yeah.
knows each other's names. I want everybody to talk. If I don't eat, that's fine, but I'm gonna make sure everybody else gets something to eat. People are taking breaks. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, filmmaking is hard. And yes, we are making something that people are going to consume for 30 minutes, an hour, however long.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I don't want people walking away like, yo, I didn't really like messing with Ab. Like his set had me like I'm tired, my feet hurt. People was kind of bullying me. Like I don't really like that. So I approach it like, how can I create a lunchroom atmosphere where we're productive, if that makes sense?
Right. Still create that fun environment, but still be able to create work, you know?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
For sure. That's awesome. That's an incredible foundation, especially to have in the business aspect. For those listening who may be unsure if this is a passion that they want to work as his career path or if it's just a hobby, what's the hard truth that you'd like to share about committing to such a creative journey?
There's going to be a lot of sacrifices. A lot. A lot.
Mhm.
A lot of things that you want to do in your life are going to be put on hold, and you got to be okay with that. And there's no such thing as excuse. There's no such thing as excuses because Tyler Perry, oh my gosh, Jeremy Renner, Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga, whatever successful actress, musician, whoever, they all have a story.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've heard stories from Jeremy Renner where he was homeless and he was having to sell. Not Jeremy Renner, Chris Pratt was homeless,
Mhm.
living in his truck, selling weed on the beach to try to get his first acting gig.
Yeah. You
And
gotta do
it's
what you
like
gotta do.
you got to do what you got to do. And it's like you hear these stories, and plus we got to remember these are people that have been in the industry for what 15, 20 years already. So imagine
Mhm.
how difficult it was back then before social media is as extensive and powerful as it is now.
Yeah, for sure. And especially the explosion of agencies and stuff like that too. And the media channels you kind of had to go through. So
Yep.
yeah, for sure.
Now it's so easy. People can just upload their acting reels on Instagram and TikTok, go viral. Oh, I saw your stuff on YouTube or whatever. People
Yeah.
back then had to really hit the pavement. So let me tell you something. When people got these excuses, oh, I'm busy doing this, I'm busy doing this, my job that, my nobody cares. Nobody cares
Mhm.
because we all doing the same thing.
Right, for sure. We're all just trying to get a hustle, man. We're just trying to get a
Hmm.
job. You know? Before we wrap up, let's talk about the future. What's next for you in Moonlight Media? Any projects or any goals that you're excited about in the coming months? I saw that you were kind of working on Whisper Man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was in the camera department on Whisper Man. Shout out to that. Shout out to Netflix. That's not
Mhm.
my project though, but I still
Okay,
wear it proudly. I still wear it
there you
proudly. You
go.
know what I'm
Yep,
saying?
still under your belt.
Yeah, word is still, know what I mean? Know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, excuse me. So to talk about the projects that I got coming up. All right, it's about to be a little crazy here. So I got a feature film called Running Back coming out. I directed and produced that.
Okay.
That'll be out in 2026. I got a short horror film by the name of Dissonance that's in post production right now. That should be out either later this year or early 2026.
Is there a trailer out for it, or
No,
was
there's
you
no
wrong?
trailer out. There's no trailer out for all of the films that I'm mentioning. There's no trailer out.
Gotcha.
Actually, no. The next one I'm about to mention is a trailer out. I produced a feature film by the name of Edge of Loyalty. The
Mhm.
trailer's out for that, but that's still in post production. That'll be done hopefully by the end of this year.
Gotcha.
And a feature martial arts film that I DP'd called The Karate Weirdo. That's coming out whenever the director decides to put it out.
Okay, okay, I feel you. Just a matter of time.
So yeah, it's I'm always busy. Oh, and Balloons. I got a sci-fi horror short by the name of Balloons that's dropping whenever I feel like dropping that too. So I'm always busy. I stay busy. I stay productive. My hands in a lot of plates.
Yeah, man, for sure. That sounds amazing. We can't wait to see what you can create next, Director Ab. Thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for sharing your story and wisdom today. Before we sign off, where can our followers find you at?
Instagram. Maybe you could put it on the screen. Oh no, you can't put it on the screen, but that's fine.
Yeah.
So let me type it in. Let me type it in. At ABWONUNO. That's at ABWONUNO on Instagram. Trini, you mad late. Talk about some, hey, we've been off for 40 minutes already.
Nah, man, don't worry about it. Don't worry.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good, Trini. I
Yes,
was
sir.
trying to change my Instagram to just at AB, but the
Mhm.
football player got it, so I can't get it.
Oh man, come on. You gotta have like a copyright on that, man.
Oh, well, Av one is going to be copyrighted. Don't worry. So
I got
people, I
that.
mean, I'm gonna start having a lot of merch real soon. People can get on my website.
That's sick, man. I gotta rock that one day.
Yeah, I'll hit y'all up. I'll hit y'all up with some stuff. Moonlightmedia.us. Moonlightmedia.us. It's going to be relaunching in November. Moonlightmedia.us.
You're that moonlightmedia.us.
Mm-hmm.
Lastly, Director Ab, I have to ask, what does ambition really mean to you?
Whoo wee! Ah, ambition to me is. Oh, I forgot my Bluetooth was still on. Ambition to me is it's a fire that never gets extinguished. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just a fire. You know, every day. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm kind of obsessed with being successful. Like, it's every day I wake up, I'm like, how am I better than I was yesterday? Maybe I
Mhm.
need to, and that's not even just on a creative level. Maybe I need to drink more water or hit the gym more, talk to my parents more, be social. Can I get better at being efficient? And I just live to progress as a person and in all aspects of life. And to me, that's really just what ambition really is. Like, how hot is that fire that you have? Some people are good at it for 2 weeks, and then when the going get tough, that's it.
Yeah. Some
You know
people
what
need
I'm
to
saying?
have that internal flame, man.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Some people need to have that internal flame. And I'm gonna just say this before we go. Um, don't rely on other people to light your fire.
Mm.
Because once that person stops lighting your fire, what are you going to do? They're not always
Yep.
going to be there.
One day
You know
that
what I'm
gasoline
saying?
may stop.
Say that again.
One day that gas may stop.
Yeah, exactly. One day that gas may stop, and people rely on others. Yo, just like if you look at people that go to the gym, I need somebody. I need a gym buddy to keep me accountable. Okay, well, what if your gym buddy decides to go to another gym? What if your gym buddy gets a new job and your schedule's different? Are you going to stop going to the gym?
Yeah, man. It's always about keeping up, man. For sure.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. That's a
That's a
fact.
powerful way to look at it, Director Ab. Thank you so much for sharing your story and your wisdom and your unstoppable energy for us today. Is there any way to reach you? Yeah, we did reach you. All right, man. Thank you so much for having us, Director Ab. Appreciate it.
Thank y'all for having me.
Yes, sir. And to our listeners,
Word.
thank you for tuning in to another episode of Ambition Amplified. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Ambition ENT. Remember, dream boldly, work relentlessly, and never stop amplifying your ambition. Until next time, I'm Christian Garfias. I'm signing off. Thank you so much, Director Ab.
Word. Thank you. Thank you. Be good,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Peace.
Peace.